Hello, welcome to Puzzling in Two Worlds. Today's going to be a fun day. I'm actually heading out today, driving to Trenton, Ontario from here, and entering in my very first puzzle competition. I have no idea what to expect, so you're going to have to come along to find out. So this is the competition we entered, the amazing puzzle race being hosted by Pieces Board Game Cafe in Trenton, Ontario. This is the shop in Trenton. Wonderful little shop where they sell all sorts of board games, have a cafe, have a license as well. I noticed from their Facebook page that they host a number of board games and events as well as puzzle competitions. That seems to be one of their big ones, as it seems to happen almost on a monthly basis. This is our team for the competition. Obviously me on the left, Ula in the center, and Sandra on the right. Believe it or not, this is the first time the three of us actually met in person. There were 6 teams competing in this event. We were team number 1. This is team number 2, team number 3, team number 4, team number 5, and team number 6. And this was the puzzle we had to do, a 500-piece Cobble Hill puzzle. There was no time limit on how long you had to finish this puzzle. It was just go at her, and however you finish, that's how your ranking comes at the end. In order to keep track of who finished and when they finished, the owner came around, and as you can see here, she made us close our eyes and put our hands in the air, and she stole one of our puzzle pieces and put it in a small bag and put it aside, and that was her way of knowing who finished when and where. You may have noticed when I showed you the teams that they're all made up of 4 members, which was the maximum. I believe one team had 5 sitting at the table, but one person wasn't playing. We had only 3. The 4th member of our group was unable to make this competition. In hindsight, looking at the fact that this was a 500-piece puzzle on such a small table, I actually think that as a 3-person team, I think we had a bit of an advantage. There was a little bit less of getting in each other's way in looking for and trying to place pieces. Even though we've been friends online for quite a while and have talked about puzzles, puzzling, and puzzle competitions for quite some time, this was the first time the 3 of us had actually physically puzzled together, physically met each other and puzzled together. Earlier in the day, actually, Ula and I met at a house that she has in Trenton, which is under renovation. I brought a table with me, a folding table, and her and I sat down and did a 500-piece Cobble Hill puzzle, as we had a feeling it might be a Cobble Hill puzzle since these are the puzzles this shop sells. We didn't time ourselves, but we use it just strictly as an opportunity to get to know each other and to see how we puzzle together. Previous to this, I've never really done a puzzle with anybody before, and I think Sandra and Ula were pretty much the same. The owner of the shop had some games that she inserted along the way to break up the event and give us a bit of a break in between, and so every so often she would stop us and we would have a little game to play along the side.
One person and send them up.
You start first.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In and around the cafe are chess pieces.
Oh, goodness.
There are 6 in the cafe. Bring me your chess piece and you can continue puzzling. While the girls are doing this, nobody touches the puzzles.
Got it.
We obviously picked the right person for that little game, to pick Sandra, because she was the first person to find the chess piece, and we were the first ones back to puzzling again, ahead of all the other teams. For those of you who normally watch my puzzle channel, I usually have a time lapse when we're doing any kind of puzzling, but during this one, as I was puzzling, I was unable to do that. But one of the staff members of the shop was so kind as to take my camera and to wander about throughout the competition and take some video for me so that you would have an idea as to how we were all making out. And time for another game.
You have a number. You are going to play Yahtzee, so that means each turn, each person is going to only roll the dice 3 times. Pass it to the next person. You have to get a Yahtzee. Your number. We're not a Yahtzee yet. 5 of a kind, or whatever it is.
4 of a kind, we said, Brenda.
Huh?
4 of a kind.
4 of a kind. You get 4 of a kind of the number that's on your table. Okay, you're puzzling and so you do it. 4 4. We can pick them up if or you have to have the same person has to have the same person, yeah? So like Yahtzee, yeah? So roll 1. Take what you want. Roll 2.
Oh, you only can roll 2 dice? Or?
No, roll. Okay, roll. Keep what you want.
3. No, I only need 1 more.
Yeah, so roll 3. You're good. Didn't slow them down long enough, guys.
One last look around the room. I think you will realize and see that we are in the lead. And yes, we did win the event. Our time, I believe, was 1 hour and 4 minutes. I may have bragged to some of my friends and family that we did it under an hour, but I was adjusting a bit for the games we played along the way. Without meaning to brag too much, I believe we were about 15 minutes ahead of the second place team. That made us feel very good. We were very pleased. I was really pleased with it, and I believe Sandra and Ula were as well, that we puzzled together very well. I think the team of 3 was an advantage. We really didn't get in each other's way, and we formed a bit of a strategy up front, and it seemed to have worked as it took us through to the finish line. There you have it. Champions, 1 hour, 4 minutes, competition September 10th. If you're in Trenton, stop by the board game shop and you can see our puzzle up on the wall. So I'm back in my puzzle room again. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank Brenda and her team at the Board Game Cafe in Trenton. It was a fun event. It's the first time I'd ever went in one. We enjoyed it because we finished with a bit of a margin ahead of the other teams. I hope we'll be welcome back at some point in time. I'm very pleased, which after speaking with Sandra and Ula, all 3 of us are actually very pleased at our time and how well we managed to puzzle together, and we look forward to doing more in the future. If you want to follow along with Ula and Sandra, they are both on Instagram. I will put their Instagram names down below in the description box. Ula is a Danish puzzler and Sandra is the puzzling Canadian. I will also put a link to the Board Game Cafe, and if you're in Trenton, check it out. In closing, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe, and we welcome any comments that you may have or any questions. And with that, we'll leave it there and we'll catch you in the next video.